Been a week since phase one ended, Craig. I know the players were given a few days off last week as well. So how important was it they had that time off after such a long season?
Yeah, very important. I think rest and recovery and spending time with your family. You know, when we had such a busy schedule, the lads have been in training since the last week in May. So, you know, we're totting up today, and I think there's some players played nearly 40 games already this season, you know, as we stand in January. So they've got another, you know, probably 10, 15 games left to play. So some players are going to play close to 60 games. So it's really important lads had a couple of days off and, you know, rest and recovery, and they've been back in from the start of this week and, you know, and chomping at the bit and really ready to go again.
Since we last spoke, you've made some moves in the transfer market. Zach Clark has joined the club from Caernarfon. Yeah. What was it that made you want to bring him to the club?
Yeah, Zach's got real physical presence. You know, that's what, you know, I think he's probably got more physical presence than Dec and Rem. You know, obviously Dec is a fantastic finisher, and Rem's got his strengths as well. He's got his real, you know, gets in behind, runs down the sides, you know, works hard, good finisher. You know, so we've got a combination between the three of them there, three out and out centre forwards that have got different attributes. I think it's really key, and you know, it's we've probably gone maybe 18 months, 2 years with one striker light. My previous time here, you know, we had 3 or 4 strikers, you know, in every squad. You looked at it, at one point we've had Greg Draper, Michael Wilde, Scott Quigley, Jamie Reid, Wes Fletcher, you know, all together, Matty Williams, you know, Alex Dalton. You know, so we've had some, you know, abundance of strikers, and I think probably, you know, I'd like to have 3, maybe even 4 at some points by the time to start the season. If I'd have managed to keep hold of Brad Young as well, it would have been nice. So, in my opinion, you know, I know the strikers aren't probably going to feel that way, but I don't think you'll have enough.
Well, the transfer window still is open, so we'd like to see any more signings before it closes in a week or so's time?
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. We're looking to try and strengthen. We always are looking to try and strengthen. But as I've just alluded to there, with the 3 strikers we've got, they've all got different attributes and different strengths and different weaknesses. So we're not going to bring anyone in for bringing sake to bring the numbers up. We're just going to look, and we're still ongoing, it's a constant, you know, a movement, work in progress. So we're looking to strengthen all the time. So yeah, we've still got, you know, eye on a couple, and hopefully by the window closes, we might get one more in.
Well, we ended phase one top of the table. You must be pleased to be in that position after the relentless schedule that we had over a period of 4 months or so.
Yes, definitely. You know, I would have been a bit more pleased if I'd had a bit more, you know, bit more leeway and maybe another 3 to 6 points on the board, then, you know, would have been in a bit of a happier position. But the lads have done fantastic. They cope with the workload really well, and it's been relentless. You know, it has been relentless. So it's, you know, there has been some disappointing results in that and disappointing performances. But I think we'll look at it, and it's come as a big learning curve as well. So hopefully the next time we're in that position, then we know all about it, and we can adapt, and we can, you know, take our lessons that we've learned and move forward. Which, you know, the toughest bit is being we really struggle with a rhythm of training. You know, we've maybe trained one day, you know, had a day off, recovered, match day -1, preparing for games, recovery day, where the last 2 weeks we've had the opportunity. I think you could even tell against Cardiff Met, first half our performance, you know, was really, really good. We passed the ball really well, and, you know, and probably, you know, should have been more than 2-0. But yeah, you could tell from where we are and where we want to be. You know, you could tell that we trained 3 or 4 times that week, and we'll do the same this week. And moving forward, at this moment in time, there's only 1 game a week for the next. You know, I think there's only 1 midweek game in the second half of the season. So it bodes well, and it's good to get the lads on the training pitch just to make sure we'll go over a few things.
We get phase 2 underway this Friday against Caernarfon Town on the road. Yeah. We've played them twice already this season, so we know how tough of a test that one's going to be.
Yeah, it is, very much so. It always is. It's tough going up to Caernarfon. We know that. You know, they've got very, very good support. You know, they've got good players. It's a tough place to go. You know, the pitch is going to be tricky. We know that. We're only there 3-4 weeks ago. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. You know, but as I've just said, we know what it's about. We know what type of game it's going to be. We know the crowd are going to be behind them. We know that the pitch isn't going to be great. So it's up to us to go and stamp our authority and make sure we do all we can to try and win the game.
Well, we've mentioned incoming signings. We've also had 3 players join Caernarfon on loan. Why did you feel it was important to let those players leave on a temporary basis?
Yeah, game time. game time. Well, obviously, we've had a bigger squad than we've ever had because of the European, contribution. We played 14 games in European football this year. So there's, last year, the year before, I think it was 4 games. So there's an extra 10 games in a really high level of competition, and lots more travelling. And so we've had the biggest squad we've had, since I've been here, certainly. So it's we needed them for them games. And, in the European squads, you've got 10, 11 on the bench as well to choose from. So we needed to make sure that we had a big squad. And obviously we're coming down now to 1 game a week. And then we need these boys to get, match games. And, certainly the younger ones, it's all about their development. Obviously Blaine Hudson, senior player, he's had a couple of injuries. He's not been in the team and he wanted to go and play games, which is, I understand at his stage in his career. So it's it's for the whole lot of them are going to get more game time than what they would have here for the rest of the season. So that's the important thing, and the younger players are going that journey and that trajectory that a couple have done. The Ben Clarks of the world, we had 2 or 3 loans and come back, and now he's a out and out first team player and an important first team player. So we're hoping that goes the same way for the likes of Luke, the likes of Jake Caernarfon, the likes of Josh Locke as well.
And finally, Craig, what's the injury and availability situation looking like ahead of the game on Friday against Caernarfon?
Yeah, good. We're getting people back. We are, at this moment in time. We're, obviously, Ryan Astles is coming to the end of a long-term injury, which is brilliant for Ryan. Ryan's been, I think it's been 12, 13 months since Ryan actually done his cruciate. He's had a couple of setbacks along the way with, a couple of problems with a wound and, abscess here and, and little bits of niggles here and there. So it hasn't been straightforward. But Ryan's good to see him on the training pitch. Ash Baker's back on the training pitch. Tom Jones is back on the training pitch. So yeah, with I don't think I missed anyone else out there. Obviously, Blaine's been recovering, but Blaine's been recovering on the training pitch as well as with Caernarfon. So I think, Sis, Adrian Sizovic is back on the training pitch as well. So we've near enough got everyone to choose from, which is makes my job twice as hard, but gives us the options and the we can shuffle around and the flexibility of what we've got. We've got sort of 22, 23 very good players.